crowd, and my mother arranged all of this. Thank you very much for coming out. I know it was a sort of stay in bed type of day. And you made it. Wow. Okay. I just want to, the first thing I want to say, it's about the only thing I really want to say, is on behalf of my wonderful friend and colleague Renee O'Connor, who is unhappily unable to make it today, but she wishes she was here, and I really wish she was here. I know you do, but she sends you wishes of all good things. And she's holding the fort at home. It's been a fantastic year, thank you very much. You've been splendid, you've been absolutely splendid. Say splendid for me. Splendid! Tremendous. I'm thinking of going for Dictator of the Year. This is a really good feeling. Singing is great fun, and since I started this job, I've been so happy I just haven't stopped singing. But acting is my main love, and to be a fine actress is what matters to me in a professional sense most. So I'm going to keep working at that for a little while longer. Thank you, though. That's a great song, Rhiannon. It's a good name. Yeah. Oh, I feel like a little ditty coming on. I had some training with Doug Wong. Master Doug Wong is a kung fu artist out at Northridge in LA. But I can in no way call myself a martial artist. I kind of fake it. When the camera rolls, you just go for it. But anything I can do is due to Hard Knocks and Doug Wong's initial training.
Would you sing for us?
Oh, man. A what? What?
Squeezing this way.
A cowgirl song. I only know bad cowgirl songs. And there are children present. Oh, let me think about it. Corn. You've heard corn from Funny Business? What these people are laughing about is a song that I was in a comedy troupe when I first started out, and there was a terrible song in it called Corn, and I hardly remember it. I just remember Willie DeWitt, one of the actors, dribbling in the skit. I'm sorry, I can't remember that song. Hello. Perhaps I will. I'll just have to think about it. If somebody names a song I know, maybe we'll do that. The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas, you know it. The prairie sky is wide and high. Deep in the heart of Texas. I don't know anymore. Oh, go home. Oh, behave yourself. The other day I went on a sitcom called Something So Right, which will be on sometime in February. And February 11. Oh, February 11. And for the first time in many, many years, when the camera rolled, I was supposed to speak with a Kiwi accent. And the sound of it coming back in my ears was so foreign to me and so alarming that I could feel my throat kind of closing up. And I had to just totally relax to get through it, because I'm so used to when somebody says action, I automatically do an American accent. Yeah, but Susan Sarandon, without a doubt, because she's earthy, intelligent. She has something that you, in some way, something that you want, you know? When I've watched a trailer for a movie or something, they have to have some sort of body appeal to me, and I might not even understand it, but they have something I want or wish I was, and that's what motivates you to go see a movie. But she's the one.
And my question was how the audience here in the States differ from New Zealand.
I think it's a cultural difference. What makes New Zealanders very wry and acerbic and good fun is a certain, what's the word? A certain reservedness. It's slightly, you know, Englishy. Whereas Americans, the really good thing about American, you should probably know this, because I think Americans are a little shy about genuinely feeling good about themselves in the world marketplace kind of thing, are very open-hearted people. And even before I was in the show, I had such generosity at the hands of Americans that I love them. I like them. I like them very much. Hello.
Hi, I was just wondering, how long did it take you to learn all your moves?
All my moves. The education never ends. Yeah, you never stop learning your whole life. Even when you're grown up, you don't know what you're doing. Shouldn't have told a child that, should I? Just blowing our cover.
I just wanted to say that you are like the raddest chick on TV. I also wanted to know if your hair was blonde before. I read it in a magazine.
You know, it wasn't blonde. It was kind of a sandy... I hate saying mouse, but it wasn't mouse. My hair was mousy. There you are. Now you have the truth. It's kind of yeah. It would blonde a little bit, but not really. But I like it dark. It's fun. Hello.
Hi, I just want to say I really love your show. And
Yay!
And could you sing A Lovely Bunch of Coconuts like you did in the bloopers?
Ah, there he is. There's the man responsible for that. Rob Fields put that together. I haven't seen it yet, but I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, doo. Here they are all standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Oh, and again, I don't know any more words. I only know the first verse of any song you can mention. I can do the first verse.
So I was thinking, when you do all this like masculine stuff, does it make you feel more feminine later? Does it help you? Do you find that?
You know, there have been times in my life where I kind of thought, oh God, I am really masculine, you know, I can't, this is awful, but I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be here with all of you if I wasn't given exactly the genes, the problems, the whatever's happened to me. And does it? It has been a real journey for me to discover my femininity, to tell the truth. It was much cooler to be masculine. I grew up with a lot of boys, a lot of brothers, and it was just easier to be tough and, you know. So that's been my little lesson. Otherwise I'd be here in, you know, my dungarees, my overalls.
Concert. Everyone was giving me advice, you know. Ted said, oh, you just have to answer some questions, it's no big deal. He said, oh, it's so easy. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did Ted wear his pioneer hat? Yeah. Did he? Yeah. Yesterday we were up in Philadelphia and we were going on a history walking tour. So we all bought pioneer hats and we were marching through, you know, battling on. People said, oh yeah, you're from here? You know, we've got George right here. Y'all are an easy audience. So, yeah, here we are.
You're about the 50.
Incredible. Yeah, I know. Robert said, oh, yeah, she's the virgin con girl. Appreciate that. What's that? You can't hear me. Okay. What do you want to talk about? In Kiwiland, the warlords are called baddies. Okay. I've learned this. Now I picked up everything. And presidents are called prezzies, mosquitoes are mozzies. So everything's just short and loose. Grab the drinky so we can get out of here, you know. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, the question is, she wants to know why we never see Gabrielle on the horse.
On a horse? Well, yeah. I like to walk, you know. You know, the horse wranglers, they had a little conspiracy going on here. They were trying to find a shaggy miniature pony for me for a while. So that was my only option for a horse. And I said, oh, well, you know, I really like to walk. So, Tobias. He was, actually, he embarrassed me quite a few times because I have a problem sometimes hitting my mark. They put a mark on the floor and, you know, we're supposed to hit it and talk and do other things at the same time. So I'm always a couple inches forward, to the side, I bob around, and they're used to me now, but Tobias hit the mark perfectly. Each time while turning a corner. So I thought, well, you know, I have a lot to learn. So. Thank you, though.
I was just wondering when we're going to see Gabrielle's spin-off TV show.
I think it has to be a talk show. Funny enough, you know. But let's think of this. How about Gabrielle talks, and Sophocles comes on, you know, and Salmonius and all these people. But I'll have to be, you know, that'll be 30 years from now. Well, you know, I can't move anymore, I can't fight, so I guess it's something to look forward to, right?
What I'd like to ask you is, would you ever seriously consider directing, having seen one side of the camera, would you consider directing?
I'd love to direct. Not exactly a Xena, because I watched some of the directors, and it just takes so much work, because it's an hour show, and we're doing a lot of stunt work, so we have two crews going at the same time. So I think I'd have to have a lot more experience before I ever tried with Xena, but I'd love to do a lot of low-budget films, dialogue type of films. One day, I know I won't be acting forever, so I might as well, you know, try something new. One day.
How you doing, Renee? I'm a first-time vendor here, and I want to thank you and the other cast members for making it possible.
No problem.
I have a heavy staff I want to give to you.
Wow.
I was hoping maybe you could use it for one of the shows.
Sorry?
I was hoping maybe you'd be able to use it in one of the shows. I know sometimes they're profits, sometimes.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Usually, they're funny about it has to be part of the period.
Right.
Does that look like a magician?
No, it's actually solid wood.
I'm gonna go. Oh. Hey, you never know.
Maybe you can twirl it for us.
First 10 rows, I'm sorry.
Big enough?
Yeah, it's okay.
That's it. Small.
Wow.
Mic down. Let's see, what can we do?
Yeah, what else? I'm always hitting myself. What's your favorite meal at Threadgill's? What's my favorite meal at Threadgill's?
Eggplant.
What's that?
Mine's eggplant.
Eggplant. No, Oh, that's pretty good, actually. If you like vegetarian meals, eggplant's good in their jambalaya casserole.
Oh, yeah.
But I love chicken fried steak, all the greasy, wonderful things, gravy and mashed potatoes and peas, and there you go. That's the best. You have to have that. There you go. Yeah, actually, they used to have fried green pickles. It's great. Yeah, hang on. Because it has that flavor of the dill pickle, and then you take, they used to have a ranch sauce that you would dip it in. It's different, but you would try that.
Nut bread. Nut bread. Nut bread.
Nut bread. I swear, I get all these weird eating scenes, you know. There's one coming up that Gabrielle eats. I should be telling you this. Gabrielle eats chicken livers and cherries and cheese sauce and all this stuff all at one time. And it was, everyone kept saying, okay, now take 20, Renee. I mean, more for you, you know? It's crazy. Here's fun.
Hi, Renee. I just want to let you know I gave you and your mom a sweatshirt. I gave it to your mom. It's from a big fan of yours, which is me from Pottstown, Pennsylvania. And my question is, when you have to eat the squid, what was that? The squid? When you're chewing on the squid?
Oh, yeah.
What was it? Actually, yes.
It's funny because we called it squid, right? But it was actually octopus. I know you all knew that.
Yeah.
And it was a marinated octopus, so...
Ceviche.
Real good, too. I finally just gave in to it, and I thought, okay, I'm going to have to eat this, so I might as well try to gross out every person on set. And I did, too. We're still eating it. Raw octopus. So it worked. Thanks.
I heard about your rock climbing and climbing up Mount Kilimanjaro, and I was wondering if you had any more plans in the future to do any more mountaineering.
Actually, I do. My mom, funny enough, is going with me to the South Island of New Zealand, and we're going to go to a place called the Milford Track.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to be one of the most beautiful places in the world. So it's not so much a rock climb as our mountain hike that we did before, but it'll take about 6 days. It's supposed to be beautiful. A lot of waterfalls, rainforests. So I'm looking forward to that.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Hi, Renee. I think your work is wonderful. Michelle, I'd like to know what is your favorite aspect of playing Gabrielle, and if you have a least favorite aspect as well.
I love to torture Ted. He's great, because he just kind of goes, Renee, can you just try a little bit softer when you're biting on my ear? You know? Literally, after I was... But I had to bite him so many times that 3 days later, he had this black and blue swollen eardrum, and he stayed way away from me.
I think your work is great.
Thank you.
And are you inspired by any certain actor or actress?
Yeah.
I like a lot of different people. They're I love strong women. Funny enough, you know. Love Jessica Lange. I love Sally Field because she can play a lot of different things. I love Holly Hunter's one of my favorites. She's amazing. But I just try to. I watch everything. Yeah. I think it's something. Lucy. She's a comedian. I guess you know that, but especially some of you who've seen Grease. There's a whole other side of her that that you're just starting to see.
Have you seen it yet?
Not yet. No. I'm going this week.
I just wanted to ask you, I'm also an actress, and I just want to... I know as I was growing up, there was always a role that I always wanted to play, stage, screen, whatever. There was always this one role that I was like, it's mine. What is that for you? Do you have one?
I would love to be in a musical and dance in the background and the chorus. So I thought like that. Yeah, I mean, so not really, I would just love to be a dancer. That would have been amazing for me. I love what I'm doing now, but I mean, that would probably be something if I, weren't in acting that I would probably pursue.
I just wanted to know, when you started on Xena, did you think it would be such a big hit?
I remember Rob Tappert. Do you all know Rob, our executive producer? Yeah, okay. one of our first days, he came up to everyone at lunch and he gave a speech saying, you know, there's never been a woman warrior or a woman hero since Wonder Woman, so we don't know how well it's going to do, but you know, we're going to give it our all, we're going to try to be creative, try to be different, and see what happens. And I thought, you know, I'm having a great time, living in another country, the people are amazing, and whether or not it's a hit, it's something I'll never forget. And sure enough, yeah, it just grew, so it was a surprise. And now I think that it's creating a difference in people's lives even better. It's pretty fun. Yeah.
You guys must have such a good time on the set. Can you tell us anything?
It's funny, you know, a couple of months before Lucy went off to do Grease, she was singing a lot of show tune songs, you know? So Lucy just sings away, and I can't sing very well, so I'm kind of humming in the background, you know? But she's just, that's her. I mean, even before she got the show, she always kind of sings, and she jokes around a lot. And I think I don't know, kind of more quiet, so I think our characters are the opposites as we are on screen. She's so stoic, and then she's wacky off screen. And then I'm, I guess, perkier on screen, but I don't know, it's just different. Yeah, so that's kind of the set, you know, we work and have a good time. Yeah.
Could you tell us anything that Gabrielle's going to have a future relationship with the oldest? Can you tell us about that?
With the oldest? I don't think so. I think he's more of a confidant. I think he'll always be a mentor to Gabrielle. Yeah, I don't think so. But, you know, we started that in the beginning, as you know, but it just didn't quite work out as a romantic relationship. It was more of a friendship. You know, I don't think it'll ever be like Hercules and Xena. Yeah, sure.
Hi, Renee.
Oh.
You're going to be going to Milford Sound. Of the places that you have visited in New Zealand, what would you recommend I see when I go to live this year? What's it, Lucy's?
I'd probably definitely go to the South Island and take a car, drive, take the ferry from the end of the North Island across to the south. And there's a place, it's a glacier, because it's the Southern Alps.
Fox in France.
It's gorgeous. Sorry?
Fox in France.
Thank you. Fox Glacier and the Franz Josef Glacier. And if you just drive across, there are hardly any people on the roads. So be careful because you become very kind of lazy, you know, you're just looking at the trees, and all of a sudden a truck will, you know, come around the corner. But it's just beautiful. There are very few people there, and it's gorgeous. So definitely drive to the South Island and go to Queenstown. Queenstown's a place where we like to participate in extreme sports. That's the place to go. I tried this one activity called sledging. It's where you take a boogie board, and have you done this before? You go down a river, and it's like surfing or something, so you're traveling instead of on a raft on this wonderful bodyboard, and it's just the most amazing experience because you're actually part of the water, and it's frightening but not dangerous. It's quite fun. You might want to try that.
Okay, one other question for you. I'm curious what phrases or American slang may have gotten you into trouble.
Yeah. The long one, yeah. I still say anything I've learned, but it's you know, you get in the middle of a fight and you go out and bam, 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 and the guy's just, you know, it means something sexual. So I get in trouble with that. And what else? Actually, I'm getting in more trouble here in America right now because I'm bringing all these Kiwi terms with me. So I say, can I please have a white coffee? What? What? You know, white coffee with milk, thank you. And I say, oh, I, you know, do heaps of, you know, work and just little things like that. Oh, another one. I call, in New Zealand, they call their boyfriend or girlfriend partners. And here, partners mean something else. And so I've been saying, yeah, my partner and I came around, and, you know, we're hanging out in the hotel and stuff, and people just don't understand what gender that is. And so that's another one that gets me in a lot of trouble.
It's all good.
Where did you learn to twirl your stick? Well, one of the first episodes, Gabrielle and I was learning with her. So I was hitting myself. It was a good thing because I was not a pro at all. But I just started doing a couple movements, and then they start repeating the same things over and over again. And now I love it. Now they're having me turn and things. So you take a stick, maybe your mom's broom or something.
She smashed the nearest person she can find with it.
Hi, out of all the episodes, Day in the Life is one of my favorites. I just interaction that they have, you and Lucy together. Particularly the scene at the creek with the eels and the fish were flying. What exactly did they use? Were they live?
No. They were dead fish. It's even better, yeah. Live eels, mind you. So, first of all, the live eels came, and Lucy was hilarious, trying to pick them up out of the water. A lot of that was Lucy not being able to hold them, and they used it for the show, which is quite funny because those were her natural expressions, because she couldn't hold the eels. And so this lake, where we work, I think it has like 10 or 15 eels that live in there. And just recently, Michael Hirsch is he's directing a TV movie over there. And they were talking about putting some actors in the lake, but there was a concern of eels. And I heard some people say, no, there are no eels in that lake. And I'm going, sure. Put them there. They're definitely there. But anyway, there were live eels and dead fish. It's funny because Michael Hirsch was directing that episode, and he ended up using the first take when they're throwing the dead fish at me. But for some reason, he kept doing it over and over again. Why? 8 takes later, I have scales in my hair, my eyes. That was great, yeah. Everyone stayed clear away from me as I walked back to just go home, It's frightening. Yeah, sure.
Hi, welcome back to America.
Thank you.
I just wanted to let you know that you and Xena have saved me tons of money on therapy when I met you. Me too. I have 4 brothers and I'm the only girl, but my question is Michael Hurst a good kisser?
These are my older brothers, It's kind of, it's funny because I was thinking about it. Okay, I've kissed Michael, kissed Ted. I didn't, well. Bruce? Killed for this, but well, sort of, but I'm not really. But see what happened is, get on the subject. I was crying, and that was unusual, right? And, so I just was, I was just had all kinds of tears and stuff around me. Lucy did not want to get close to me. Why? So there's her, and then Kevin Sorbo was the only one I haven't kissed. Funny enough. So,
It's thrilled to meet you, and your mom's real sweet. I got 3 questions for you. First of all, outside of your family or friends, what do you miss most about the United States, and what do you like the best about New Zealand?
Usually when I'm in New Zealand, especially for a long period of time, I miss my friends more so than any cities or anything. It's mostly just being able to come back here and hang out with them. So this trip back has been amazing. So finally, since 2.5 years ago, I've been able to do that. But and then New Zealand, right now I miss the crew being here. I miss Lucy. I miss being able to be back in my comfort zone. So
I'm lucky enough to see your show 4 times a weekend. One thing I really want to know, besides the million questions that are going through my head, is how much of Renee is in Gabrielle?
It's funny, when I first started, back in season 1, she was a little different. And actually, a lot of you know my mom. But I don't appreciate this, but I actually took a lot from my mom and put it into Gabrielle. My mom, there's this little Gabrielle, my mom does this dance, and I made it a Gabrielle dance in one of the Amazon episodes in the very beginning. She's fun. And so Gabrielle is, I'm just thinking of things my mom knows. One day she called and she just said, Renee. So did you notice? Did it look familiar? And she said, oh yeah. But yeah, so that was a little different. And then Gabrielle became more relaxed, more sure of herself.
Is that Renee?
Well, I think more comfortable, older, I guess. That's probably what it is. Gabrielle became a little bit older, and I felt more comfortable doing her. Especially Day in the Life. That's probably why it's one of my favorite ones, because it's the first time that I really let myself come out more in Gabrielle, and it really worked off Lucy, because it was great. And so that's how Gabrielle started to grow up a bit more. Now it's very comfortable. She's, we're very similar. But coming up, there's some things coming up that it's the first time that I've actually found it very challenging to play Gabrielle, because I didn't agree with a lot of her choices. So that'll be interesting. But I know that Gabrielle's human. We're all human, and so yeah.
I think you're doing well. I'm looking forward to quite a few more seasons.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out with us.
Sure. If I do the Porky Pig dance, I think everybody should do the Porky Pig dance. It's so easy. Let me show you. Everyone stand up. Come on. Listen up. Okay. Yeah, you have to keep the arms moving. Come on. Hey, if I can do this on national television. Okay? Now we just kind of skip. Come on, everybody. Come on. Come on, guys. Yeah. You ended the good part. That's a moving dance. So it was my first job, and actually, I wasn't supposed to dance. It's funny how that worked out. He had asked me what my worst experience was, and it was the Porky Pig show, because there was this ceramic head, and it broke one night, and the head started spinning. And all these kids were just mortified. Exorcists come to life. It was terrible, and that's why, I was hoping. Yeah, that's where that came from. Thank you. Well, I did it once.
Hi there. When you auditioned for the part, I just want to say whoever decided to choose you, that they did a very good job.
Thank you.
There's a phone call for you.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. There's a phone call for you. Maybe we can work it out so we can all hear the phone call.
How are we going to hear it?
Let's find out.
Hello? What? Renee? Yeah? I'm coming soon. I'm going to come very soon to see you. Tuesday? What? Yeah, thanks, Lucy. Tuesday. You're going to have a full house. How's it going?
Well, we come to see you as well, so I can't wait to get here. It's going great.
2 more weeks.
Yeah, I've only got 2 more weeks, so it's a big countdown, and I won't be giving up my day job because I realise more and more work I do outside of Xena how much I love our show. So
Yeah, no, I can't wait, actually.
yeah. And I keep warning everybody that we've got a very challenging episode with the 2 friends coming up, and I think it's going to challenge our audience a lot.
Yeah, I think so.
With the friendships being under a lot of strain.
Yeah.
And whatever happens, you're not allowed to hate, you guys aren't allowed to hate either one or other of us, because the script, the writers made us do it.
She's worried about me. She thinks you're all going to give me a very hard time. Thanks, Lou. Anyway, love the movie.
Is everybody having a great time there?
You should be here. You're supposed to be on stage.
2 shows today, so
2 shows.
it wasn't possible. But everything's going great. I'm just loving New York, and
well, we are definitely coming to see you, so hopefully.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody says hello, and we're having a great time here. It is fun. It is fun.
Many opportunities to do a funny thing like that in your life. So,
wait, what's that?
You don't get many opportunities to be at a convention for a show that you're working on. So
That's true.
Believe me, everybody, Renee and I really appreciate the whole phenomenon. Getting here.
You too.
Okay.
Thank you, Lucy, for calling.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Lucy. It's funny because we had a bunch of people from around the world that were climbing Mount Kilimanjaro with us, and there were these guys that were taking altitude sickness, and they were from, it was Netherlands? Yeah. So anyway, they're great. It's hilarious. They were walking up, and these guys had their fingers in the air every time they were walking up this mountain. So you could always spot where we were going to be in 2 hours because we were much slower. But it was hilarious because altitude sickness makes your fingers tingle. Apparently, it can give you a lot of cause vivid dreams. So every night, these guys sat by my mom and myself because we couldn't eat. That's one of the symptoms. One of the symptoms is you lose your appetite. So they would sit next to us and just, you know, eat all of our food, and then we got to hear about these wild dreams.
Since you're the Amazon, can you guys figure out so we can make a comeback in an episode or something?
Do you think I'll go back to the Amazon Queen? I don't know. Danielle Cormack is pretty tough. She plays Bethany, you know. No, I don't think so. I think Gabrielle will always be the friend of Xena, and that's her place in the world.
I've got 2 questions for you. How tall are you?
How tall? 5', well, almost 5'4".
What's it like
Almost
working
5'4".
with Lucy LAWLESS?
What's that?
What's it like working with Lucy LAWLESS?
She's a funny lady. She's very nice. You know, she can never, people, I don't know, she seems quite staunch and quite hard sometimes on the show, but there's a soft side of Lucy. She's actually very sentimental and can be really affected by people. You know, she's wonderful.
I was wondering what Gabrielle's favorite food was.
I have to say, she had a great time with nut bread. And apples. Apples are easy. Easy to eat, you talk, and... Cherry. Yeah, no, I do, but it's funny, I'm telling you all these secrets, but there's actually cherries. It's funny because they take grapes, and they take these stems and pop them into the grapes so that it's very easy to eat them and talk.
Isn't that funny? You learn these bizarre things, you know? But it's good because, you know, it's mouthfuls and grapes, but at least you can, you know, continue on with the scene without yeah, it's funny because I was the only American there. So I just said, okay, you know, I'm going to go in, I'm going to do my job, do the best I can do, and I went in and everybody was really nice. I knew a couple of the crew members because I worked on a Hercules TV movie long time ago, 3 years ago. But so I knew a lot of the people there, but it was very exciting. Yeah, I was a bit nervous, but it was good. Lucy's very friendly and busy. She's always very busy, but she took me in. She said, you know, anything you need, just let me know. And then we actually, a couple months later, just became really close, really good friends.
What do you want? Really do those bars?
Does Xena
flips on the bars?
Does she do flips on the bars?
Yeah.
Yeah. And does she do this? I don't think we're there yet. No, she does, Lucy. Sometimes there are a couple other people who look like Xena on set. And it's a funny thing, but it takes a lot of people to make the shows. There's a lot of help. It's nice that you guys have been wonderful to Lucy and I, but there's so many people who put in a lot of work and a lot of creative energy to make it successful and magical.
I was wondering, what was the hardest episode for you to make?
Hardest? Some of the episodes coming up were really difficult. Like I said, because I didn't agree with what Gabrielle was doing, and I can't tell you.
The Furies is aired.
Right, The Furies is aired.
One of those. So far.
No, nothing that you've seen yet.
The second season or first season?
It's the third season coming up.
Just give us a name.
There's there are about 3 episodes, well, 4 or 5 actually, where Gabrielle, she has obviously a lot of moral beliefs about killing people, and she believes in that very strongly, and she can be very close-minded about that. And which I think it's wonderful, and I believe that, but sometimes you need to balance life, and you need to see all sides of things. So that was very challenging. That's coming up. What inspired you to be an actress? I sort of fell into it. Quite young, there was this church production that came into my neighborhood, and went to some classes after school just to, you know, play, and that was it, caught the bug, and now I just love the whole idea. I used to always love the idea of playing in costumes and having these wonderful words. I love Shakespeare. I don't do it very well, but I love Shakespeare, and just the whole idea of the poetry of it all that I enjoyed, and that's how I started.
What was your favorite episode of Xena?
Y'all know I like the day in the life. One that I don't think you've seen yet. It's where the day is repeating. Next week, okay. This is one of my favorites. We had so much fun with this. It's very rare that where we can just joke and laugh and just have a great time, because usually we're concentrating on the work and we have a lot to do in a day. But this episode, everyone just had a great time. And it's, I think you'll like it. It's quite fun. That's one of my favorites. Yeah. What's it like being Xena's sidekick? Tiring. It takes a lot of work, especially with a horse. It's a good life, you know. I think I'm lucky. It's pretty fun, actually. There's a lot to do in a day. Cooking and cleaning. What is it? Lucy calls me her pack horse. Gabrielle the pack horse. So she's always, whenever she can't hold something, give it to Gabrielle. So it's a laugh. So.
Just to say, Gabrielle's a great role model for 8-year-olds.
Thank you. Yeah.
Are you and Xena friends in real life?
Lucy, yeah. The girl who played Xena, her name's, you there? Okay. Her name's Lucy. She's a very nice lady. Very, well, there's so many things I can say. She's charming, she's funny, She's very sincere. Yes, with your friends, definitely. But yeah, that sounds great. Okay.
My name does Xena do real kind of Olympics in real life?
She did the Olympics in real life? Does she do flips? Xena does all kinds of fun things. You know, she's supernatural. I guess she just realized or questioned the fact whether or not her father is Aries. And so that was a big one for us. Like, come on. Lucy doesn't do flips, no. But she does a lot of her fighting. You know, she does all the kicking and she does her twirling stuff with the sword. And but there are a lot of other people. There's a horsewoman who does a lot of flips onto the horse. There's a stunt woman who will do the flips, you know, to and from trees, and you know, a lot of people work, but Lucy does most of the work, most of the stunts.
And welcome to Philadelphia.
Thank you.
Hi, Renee. I was wondering, when you first met Lucy Lawless, were you intimidated by her?
No. Actually, I met Lucy before I was cast in the show. Lucy was training in Los Angeles with martial arts, and I met with her because she knows auditioning for the show. And she just said, you know, Renee, I'll see you in New Zealand. I said, sure. I said, you know what, if it doesn't work for me, it's going to be a great show, and I hope, you know, I wish you well. And no, I think that was it. She was just, you know, Lucy's charming. Lucy's very down to earth. Well, y'all, thank you very, very much.
And I just love it. It's kind of, it's a little bit rough hewn, so it looks like something that you can wear on Xena, and indeed I did wear it on Xena the other day when I was wearing some costume that Caesar gave me. Some funny old Xena.
One of the reasons Xena is such an enjoyable show is because of the quality of your work. It's instant acting. You have a short time to do it. You do lovely work. What do you want to do as an artist, as an actor, after Xena, or if everyone is so dedicated to Xena continuing forever, shall we say, in addition to Xena, theater work, film, or are there any arts that appeal to you?
I would like to do film. I doubt that I will do any Broadway anytime soon. I really loved it, but it really fulfilled that need of me.
You were on Broadway.
Yeah, I did Broadway. My God, what a cool thing for a girl from New Zealand. Yeah. What would I like to do? I'd like to do film. I'd like to do, you know, so you make 2 movies a year and you spend the rest of the time with your kids and seeing the world and I guess you try to do something good with your celebrity and something useful. Okay. Because in itself, it's not very useful.
I heard you like to catch fish. I like to catch bass. What kind of fish do you like to catch?
I've never caught bass because they don't live where I live. I quite like pargo fishing. In Mexico, you can get big red pargo which are bigger than you, much bigger than you, and you can just catch them on a hand line. And I like trout fishing because it's a good way to, it's meditative. It means you can calm down when you do it. You know, you don't think about anything else but presenting that fly to the fish. And I like that, to be out in nature. Thank you. Hello.
Yesterday when Hudson Lake came up, she attempted to do a Xena yell, and she said that you would have to do a Callisto scream.
All right, you're going to find out that I can't scream. I couldn't scream my life lighter, but I'm going to do it for you. Because that woman peer pressured me because she said that I don't dodge hard questions. The least dignified thing I'm going to do today, I know. Everybody turn off your camera. What does she do? She screams with some sort of rage. It's so primal, like
She did very poorly on the show.
She what?
She couldn't do yours.
Oh, that's right. But she tried. All right, if I was pumping 40 arrows out of my chest, this is how I would sound. You made me do it. Thank you. Hello.
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 I just want to know, after going through making this outfit and wearing it a couple times, I'm wondering what modifications, maybe name the 2 best modifications they made in your costume and why those helped. In other words, this little goodie likes to go like that. I'm just wondering what problems you ran into. And so there's several different costumes too.
Depends. If it's too long in the body, it gets that big old wrinkle, which I know you've all seen because I've seen it in photos. And pads. Pads are a good thing. And mine used to be sort of an all-in-one outfit, like a bathing suit, and I just made it, you know, had the undies part taken out of it. Who needs it? Who needs it? Well, I made it uncomfortable. Thank you. Cool outfit.
You have given so much to the character Xena, and she, you know, she's growing and growing and growing. I'm very curious about what Xena has taught Lucy Lawless.
I don't know about Xena the character, but Xena the show has taught me surrender. It's taught, there comes a time, and I imagine it's like, I think a man on a plane the other day, his wife died recently of breast cancer, and we talked about the point of surrender, when you know to give over to it, and when do you keep fighting, you know, and I think misery is the abject misery is the point of, is the indicator of when you should surrender, but I have learned to go with the flow a lot more. I can't fight every second of the day, you know, things that I can't change. Rock on, you know. Just don't try to change the world. Hello.
One of the things that I appreciate about Xena is that it rekindled my old interest in mythology. So that's something I can relax with now. Have you had the experience that you want to find out more about the mythological figures, or do you just kind of go home and clean up the tub?
I do have a great need to go clean the tub. Toilet and brown makeup. Seriously, I do. I don't think about work very much. I come home and my kitchen table is covered with things that I have to attend to, and I really need to get away from that a lot. Can you hear me down the back? Okay. All right. But I did go to Turkey and went to Ephesus and learned a whole heap of things about how people lived in those days. And all those beautiful marble statues, you know, they painted the gaudy colours and the eyes were, they're a very surprising way of life they had. And we make lots of jokes about on set when, you know, me and Steve sitting there talking about, we have to go to the communal retreat or something. I have learned one or two things, but mostly I branch out into tub cleaning and dishes and stuff. Yep, I do the dishes because my daughter won't. Matt, how are you?
Hello. Do you like horses?
I love horses. I love horses. They're hard-working beasts, but they're very individual. You know, you've got to be. Horses have a personality very much like people, and you know, it took me until just the other day, maybe 2 weeks ago, not even 2 weeks ago, to realise that my horse Tilly that I ride on the show was not the horse that I fell off. Whenever October, a while ago, I don't even know when. I don't even want to think about it, but I like horses a whole lot more since I realised that. I've always liked it. Yes. Thank you for asking.
You know, Xena has a lot of one-liners. So do you have like a favorite one?
A favorite what? One-liner.
You know, like
one-liner. Yeah. Oh, quick, suggest some to me. And I'll... One at a time.
Let's kill them all.
Kill them all. You know, when I did that kill them all, I really had to. It happens to Renee and I. Every now and again, you've got to go, okay, I have to stop protecting my character too much, and you have to just go hard with it. And that was one of those go hard or go home moments for me. When I went, just turn your character bad, you know. You can't keep protecting and keeping him nice.
How long have you been writing?
Writing? I actually started writing when I was about 9, and I stopped about the time I got interested in boys. That's what usually happens. But if I had to do my time over again, I started writing about then, but yes, it didn't last the teenage years, and then I got back on for Xena. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, Lucy. I work in a bookstore in Vancouver, and I'm always curious to know what you're reading.
I just finished The Cure for Death by Lightning. Yeah, that was a great, very much like the Liars Club, and
that's from, that person is from BC.
I know, that's
right.
I was thinking, is this placed in Utah or something? And then she said no.
No.
Yeah, I've got fondness for Vancouver, and I look forward to getting back there.
We would love you to come back.
Thank you.
Hi, Lucy.
And now I'm reading Airframe by Michael Crichton, since I was in a plane.
I just wanted to gush about the dead. I thought that was an excellent episode. You really have displayed amazing skill.
Wouldn't that be great if a syndicated television show got an Emmy?
I wanted to ask you if you liked working with Jacqueline Kim and if Xena and LAWLESS will be together in future episodes.
I don't know. I love working with Jacqueline Kim, and I need to catch up with her in New York, and then things just got crazy. But she's a wonderful person, and what a perfect LAWLESS, you know. Yeah. I would love to work with her again. I don't know. I think that character, perhaps not like the last episode of Xena ever, you know.
Oh, that's great.
It's something. I don't know is the frank answer, but LAWLESS is such a pivotal figure in the characters, in the making of the character, in the character's formation. That
well, you really portrayed Xena's many facets in that episode.
Oh, thank you. It just got killed me.
Congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you very much.
How's your family and Lucky?
Lucky's been off to good behaviour school. Lucky's a good boy. But story with Lucky. I got lucky. I got this dog from the SPCA. Daisy picked him. He was a scrawny little dog, and he's grown up to be this most fearsome-looking creature. He's a little terrifying. But he's good. Hasn't eaten anybody yet. My family's great. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Hello. 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 You, madam.
Where did Robert propose to you?
In New York. Somewhere in New York. On his knees. It was a great day, I have to say. Nobody's ever asked me to marry them before. Yeah, thank you for asking. That is it.
Yeah. Last year?
That's last year's one, did you say?
No, you threw my last year to the Saturday Grant.
You're asking me to repeat the feat? You know it's a question of luck with me. Well,
You kind of remember?
let's try. Let's try. Next year she's going to be back and it's just going to like dribble off the side of the stage. I'll be really busted. Hi.
Hi.
G'day.
How do you like working with babies and small children on your episodes, and will you be working with many in the future?
Has the deliverer shot you yet? I think babies bring a really humanizing influence to the workplace, and I'm quite fond of babies. But yeah, that's the problem. What do you ask? What a funny question.
Oh, because I have small children, I know how they deal with them.
Oh, well, it was a little difficult in the deliverer because we had this mother of newborn, these gorgeous little twins, and here I am saying things like, this mother hated me. I got, look, it's just acting, you know. It's written here. And I have to say that. Did you write that episode? Did you write that episode? Who wrote that one? Oh, you wrote The Deliverer. That RJ. So you wrote the anyway. Yeah, I was saying to them, like, yeah, it's just acting. She goes, yeah, I understand. I understand you just fine, you little Xena, you. Hello.
When you were in New York doing Grease, I read a lot of interviews and saw a lot of interviews that you did, where you talked about your personal philosophy on life, how you living each day for, its importance, and when you're older, when you get on in years, you won't have any regrets because you've done the things that you
tried everything, yeah.
Right.
I try to live by that.
And I'm wondering if you could just reiterate that a little bit, just remind all of us the importance of it.
Well, I don't like that guru feeling. I'm not saying this for any reason. This is just what I have nutted out in 29 years. That 28 years. I'm staving off being 30. I realized at a very young age that I would die. And that scared the hell out of me. But when I got it made me take every opportunity. Made me take the scary option, take the risk. And sometimes I fail, but that's all right because I don't want to be 18 and be kicking myself. Yeah, that's it really. Thank you. There's something else I realized 29 years, but I can't. 28 years. But I can't remember. Hi.
I'm from Czech Republic, from Prague, and I would love to know when are you coming back to Prague?
Because I went there when I did a travel show, and They're the best looking human beings you ever saw, sitting in Wenceslas Square in Prague. And when am I coming back? I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to get to back here next. The only thing I'm sure of is that I'm going to spend 9 months a year on the set of Xena. So I would sure love to come back, and I think I've got that shirt. Is that bricks? Is that a good shirt? Oh no.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi Lucy, as always it's a pleasure seeing you again. I wanted to ask you, I didn't think I had heard this question before, but because of my nerves I forgot his last name. Bill from the X-Files, that you were in his acting class?
Oh, Bill Davis.
Yeah, Davis, thank you. And I was trying to find out, how was it in his class? I had never heard.
He's a marvelous teacher. My old drama teacher plays the smoking man in X-Files, and he's an awesome teacher. He taught me things that I use all the time, and I mark my script in the way that Bill taught me. I picked up like 2 new things since, well, perhaps I've picked up a lot, but the basis of how I approach a script is from Bill. He taught me such great things. Is anybody here an actor? It's probably a really dumb question, but 4,000 ways to put their hand up. Yeah. Oh, you did? Oh, he's a wonderful man, and just a great teacher. I'm glad I'm glad he got another chance to expand his career. You know, I love seeing people get a second chance in life, like John Travolta and a whole heap of people, Dreyfus and lots of people. Please hope it'll happen to all of us. Or maybe there's no need for a second chance. Hi.
Hi, Lucy, I wanted to ask you, what little free time I have, I take the Xena show and I watch it, and I also watch Hercules. And I wanted to ask you, what do you watch? What little free time you have?
Do you? What I watch is the news and
CNN.
a bit of CNN and Discovery Channel. I know that sounds awfully PC, but I don't have any need for any more fantasy in my life, you know.
You're living one.
I'm living one. I am living one. And I realized there was a psychiatrist. My friend asked a psychiatrist, who would you rather treat, rich people or poor people? And he said, rich people. I said, why? He said, because only rich people know that money, or the lack of it, is not the root of their problems. And I realized that because I have all of this, I know that for sure that all of this above is not the meaning of life, you know.
Money means nothing.
Oh, money's useful stuff. Right? Hello.
Hello, Lucy. My name is Chris. I'm from the Phoenix Z-Night, and hello from all of us.
Hello, Phoenix Z-Night.
There's about 5 or 6 of us here, and I just wanted to ask you, how hard is it, or how difficult is it for you to portray, what is it, Meg, Diana, Leah, and Xena?
Makes it so like me in my working day. Kind of true. Sad but true. It's not. It's such a pleasure to get to break out. We've got another one coming up. I mean, it won't be on air for quite some time, I guess, but I love to do those because it refreshes me, and I love to see Xena and Gabrielle pitted against some hag, you know, some character, and I especially love it when I'm playing the hag, because I'm really good at it. Yeah. You know a whole lot more about me this year, don't you? Hi.
What was your first television job?
My first television job? Oh, I did this really bad, cheesy commercial for travel, and I wore this bathing suit, and I'm not a bathing suit girl. And yeah, I did this embarrassing sort of video commercial and made on videotape, but they seemed to like it and I got another one after that. And then my first real acting job was in a funny business, in acting, what was it? Sketch show. And that was great fun. Comedy was my first real acting job. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Anthony, and I was wondering, how do you talk without doing your accent?
Because when a camera rolls, it just seems so natural to me. I have a lot of difficulty, believe it or not, acting with the way I talk normally. Perhaps it's too personal, but I'm not often called upon to use a New Zealand accent anyway. So, I don't know how that happens. You just practice, you know. It took me a little bit of practice because to say an R the American way is very difficult for us. So, just practice. You can do anything. Okay. Just stick at things, that's all.
You don't have to, but if you'll do my favorite line, which is, you don't want to make me mad.
The Lucy way or the Xena way?
Oh, I mean the Xena way.
The Xena way. You don't want to make me mad, do you? I would do it like, you don't want to make me mad, do you? Man, I said that too. I go outside the door of Greece. I used that line. Twice, I think. Hi.
Hi. Do you have anything in common with Xena?
Do I have anything going with Xena?
Do you have anything in common with Xena?
Oh, I don't have any. Oh, in common. Quite a lot, actually. I can't do flips. In fact, I did a forward roll the other day, and everybody I said, laughed their heads off at me. It was just Stella going into a stunt, and they were rating me, a 3. A 3 for effort. Otherwise, a lot of Xena, when actors often think that to play a character, you have to be somebody completely other than yourself. You have to go read books up on a subject and become something different, and I don't believe that's true. The whole idea is to experience yourself, just the whole spectrum of yourself, everything that you can be, and then to use it and say, this is who I would be in this situation, and just be yourself in an extraordinary situation. So yes, Xena is, well, not about flips and all that stuff, but Xena is possibly who I would be if I lived in that kind of world, I would at least be that tough. At least, I think. Yeah, I'd have trouble being as nice as Xena if I lived in that world. Thank you.
Has anyone been hurt when, they're filming?
Yes, the stunt woman got a bit of plastic surgery on her nose the other day when somebody hit her with a staff, and it wasn't me. Somebody bad. No names. And otherwise it's just me really that gets hurt and stunt, and I have to admit, every now and again I'll kick somebody in the head, Very seldom done. Not very often. It doesn't often happen that we have accidents. Yeah. Thank you. Hi.
If you could change anything on the show, what would it be? Any characters in them?
Xena could wear like a lycra along like her dress. I wouldn't change a thing. What would you change? Can I change something? You tell me, I'll make it happen. Hair colour? Sidekick? She's not going anywhere. Don't get razzed.
Hi, what do you do in your spare time?
I do conventions. No, we go fishing a bit. We go fishing. I have, you know, every weekend I have Spice Girls conventions under my house. I have kids. Loads of girls over my house every weekend. Pardon?
If you could take up any hobby that you so chose, what hobby would you take up?
Hobby? I'd really like to be able to rollerblade. I used to go around Lake Hollywood, you know. Let's go, please don't let anybody recognize me, please. I'm such a bad skater, but I would sure like to be able to do that, because those people have got the best legs, haven't they?
Aries was telling us about his workout regimen earlier. I was just wondering what yours consisted of.
Oh, I taught Kev all he knows of the workout department. Do you know, I do a bit of, I walk, I hike a bit, hand weights, a little bit of weights. That's about it. That's about it. Yeah. And you know, if I go on holiday and I'll be walking, like at Christmas time, I just let myself go to hell. I just eat ice cream every day. Do nothing, maybe go fishing for a few minutes and sleep the whole time. And I'll go into the groceries, and there's this woman, and she works in a wine shop, and she's got dark hair and blue eyes, and she's cut beyond belief. She's some kind of a bodybuilder, and Rob's sister asked me, you know, how do you feel, you know, when you go? Because people look at me and I'm kind of pudgy and white. You know, when I come back to work, I have to get on the wagon again and get sort of in shape. But at Christmas, I'm really not in shape. And I just think, you poor woman, you know, you do all that work and you're not famous. Yeah, you don't have to be a great martial artist, and you don't have to be a muscle nut to kind of look like one, I guess. Maybe you do, I don't know. I just act. Hi.
I saw Warrior Priestess Tramp last night, and I really loved it.
Oh, thank you.
And I was just wondering, where did you get the inspiration for the mannerisms and the way the characters talk?
Well, you know, Leo was kind of a cheap shot on my part, I have to admit, you know. I just sort of wheeled out a speech impediment. Because we get the script the day after we get the script a couple of days before we're going to shoot it. Well, that's when I read it. I don't have a whole lot of time to develop a character. And it develops over, you know, the course of the first few days. Which means I can always tell what we filmed first by how well developed the character is in the first scene. And, I don't know, some things like Meg goes back to high school. I do kind of Meggy type things in biology and Maris Sisters College. And I don't know, I'm always looking for new characters. They just seem to pop up.
Well, I don't tell this to many people, but you are drop dead gorgeous.
She's lying, she didn't drop dead.
I heard or read somewhere that Daisy was an episode.
Not really. She was an extra on a Hercules in a crossover because I suppose she had a day off school and she came to work with me. But she has no desire to act at this stage, and that's just fine for me. She likes to be an extra. She likes to hang out. Kevin's awfully nice to her. To all the kids on set, considering they're always badgering him. And he's really good with kids.
When you were doing the animated, what was it like watching yourself, and what was it like hearing yourself when you were the animated?
Oh yeah, that's a very strange feeling when you know, I'm quite accustomed to seeing Xena in live action, but to see a cartoon talking like you, and she's got some chin, hasn't she? I loved it. I love all that merchandise stuff, you know, it's just, it's a big old thrill. Whoever thought, where's my Pez dispenser? Never be on a cup or a t-shirt, and it's cool. It's very good. Thank you for asking. Hi.
Hi. I'm just wondering who's the favorite around the Xena set?
Who's my favorite?
Who's the favorite around the Xena set?
My favorite what?
Person?
You know, to be fair to all the other people, and Renee would agree with it, and Ted and Hudson, everybody would agree that there is no one person who's a favourite. Everybody's really loved on the set. There's a lot of people you don't even see, and they are working their backsides off, you know, setting up dollies and holding booms, you know, to catch the sound, and every person is valuable. Thank you.
Hi, Lucy. I love the Warrior Priestess camp last night.
Okay.
I think Rob mentioned that there might be a poet in your next character add-on.
What poet would that be, girls? Who? You're right. There is a poet.
Is there?
Yeah.
Can you enlighten us a little bit?
Pardon?
Can you enlighten us of her? Where's
I'm sorry.
Can you explain to us a little bit about?
Well, I don't know. All I know is that's coming up. I haven't read the script or anything. Yeah, but that'll be a fun episode. Yeah. The man in the Salmonius costume will be thinking about you. We'll be trying to make those jokes obscure, but there's going to be a lot of them. Yeah. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
Wow, this is about as big an ego boost as anybody could get, huh? So, what I'm wondering is, if you could go back in time to when you were a small child, what would be one thing that you would tell yourself to maybe make your life a little bit easier?
I wish I could tell myself that what other people think doesn't matter. What they think doesn't matter. But nobody told me that. I probably, you know, that's probably, yeah, pure and simple.
Well, it doesn't matter.
You know, well, it does to them, but if you believe what you're doing is right, go for it. Go hard. Go hard or go home.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Off camera, who's the funniest person you work with?
Oh. Ted Rainey. There was somebody else the other day. Who else is really funny? Oh, Bruce. Bruce is just a crazy man. I love him. Let me think about that. Can you remember? Michael Lewis is a very funny person too. Didn't you think Renee was funny? Oh, no, sorry, I watched another. Anyway, Renee was really funny. She's just a great comic actress. But I don't think anybody much beats Ted off screen, you know.
I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite sci-fi movie and why?
Oh, I saw this great movie the other day, The Prophecy. Has anyone seen The Prophecy? Whoa, what a scary movie. It's kind of R16, just because of the scary quotient. Hey, another one? The Prophecy, I like Predator. I saw the aliens again the other day. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just didn't contemplate that.
You know, anyone who talks like this just...
Just the show kind of, I didn't get it, really. Yeah, I didn't understand it a bit. It didn't move me, is what it was.
Boyfriends or whatever on the show? Boyfriends on the show? Like Marcus?
The show.
Are you ever going to have one that
gonna...
Oh, I don't know. That's out of my hands. I don't know what...
I've heard of one that's coming up that you're gonna fall in love with.
Oh, they just wash, you know. They wash it.
So they just leave?
They die or something. We have a man hanging around. That's not our show. The vehemence of your response. It's a little shocking. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know. I really don't know what's coming up except in very broad terms. I like a lot of actresses.
And do you have any advice? Because obviously, you know, you're the one to ask, so.
Well, obviously. Well, the truth of it is that it's 5% talent, 15% skill,
Yeah.
and 80% hanging in there. It's just stickability and
looks. That is true. Unfortunately.
Depends what medium you want to work in, but yeah. But, you know, when you go for an audition or a job interview, you don't go in there and go, oh. The first thing they ask you go into an audition and they say, okay, so tell us about yourself. And you go, What you do, you go in there and you say, hi, what's your name?
Samantha.
Samantha who?
Hale.
Samantha Hale?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Samantha Hale, and this is what I've been, and lately I've been doing da-da-da-da-da. Something that is true, you know, something genuine that excites you. You don't have to go, oh, I haven't done very much work before. You say, I'm a new face. You put the most positive, but the most genuine spin on things. Don't apologize for anything, and people will just dig your energy.
Yeah, I come from a long line of actors, so I kind of have... What?
Bummer. Well, yeah.
No, good actors.
Yeah, I just, you know, then, like in my case, I didn't have anybody else's reputation to live down on. Good luck, sweetie.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's tough, but it's good fun. Hi.
Hello. If Xena were to switch bodies with another character on the show, who would you really like to play?
I would play Renee's character. The things I would do. But I tell you what, because you guys all go, oh, don't you pick on Renee. Renee is so tough. She gives me such trouble. It's like everything I ever exposed, because she came to us and she was a nice girl from Texas. Well, Renee gives back tenfold. Whatever you give her, you know, don't be feeling sorry for Renee. She's wonderful. So, everybody, now it's time to say goodbye. You know, Renee was a musketeer. See you real soon. Say bye. Because we like you. L-O-U-S-E.
How did you like being on Saturday Night Live? I loved it. Oh, my God, that was the most electric, the most intense, the sweetest, the most dangerous thing I had done up to that point. It seems that every hiatus I have to do something that scares the hell out of me. So it was, you know, Grease, and then and Saturday Night Live was a big one. I really loved the company. They were very welcoming, and they let me do a lot of cool stuff. And the Stevie Nicks thing. The funny thing about, I'll tell you about the Stevie Nicks thing, is that asked me, can I do any impressions? I said, oh, well, I've never ever said it out loud. Nobody's ever heard me do this, but I used to, as a kid, do Stevie Nicks and Chrissy Hynde from The Pretenders. I could do any kind of mimic them, I guess, if I really had to. And so they wrote this skit about Stevie Nicks, who's gone and opened up a burrito factory. We don't really have to eat much Mexican. There isn't Mexican restaurants really in New Zealand. I didn't know what was funny about this. And I was like, please guys, please don't patronize me. And that's something that Lucy the human being just hates. I just don't want to be condescended to. I don't want to be, people mustn't pussyfoot around me, otherwise I just want to kill them. So anyway, I said to them, please guys, if it's not funny, because I don't think it's funny, please let's just axe this one from the show, because they axe. If they have, I don't know, 80 scripts, then they'll get it down to like 20 on the day of filming, and then they'll, get it down to about, I don't know, 15, whatever it is. I said, please guys, don't patronize me. Just cut it out, I know it's really funny. And Lorne Michaels said, no, we think that's a sleeper hit. We'll do that one. They said, okay, it's your show. So we did it, and fortunately I had these contact lenses in, so I couldn't see the audience, so I couldn't be nervous. I was, because Stevie Nicks has got really intense and dark eyes, and that helped me. It seems I can only really sing in character. I have a lot of trouble, except for that Rosie O'Donnell one where I did Unheld Company. I have real trouble singing as Lucy. Okay, next up.
The Adventures in the Century episodes. We heard a lot about the weather being really nasty during those, and Renee was gone, not around. How tough was it filming those episodes?
The toughest. That was the beginning of a very tough period for me. I don't know if it reads on screen. I haven't been able to watch the shows, to tell the truth, but I'm lying on the ground. Oh, trademarks. So I'm lying on the ground, and Xena's out to lunch. She's unconscious by that fire, and after having just knocked off the rules, and I'm just lying there going, oh my God, I'm going, Hail Mary, full of grace, Lord is with thee. So that I couldn't speak. I just couldn't speak because it would come out like complaining, or it would come out wrong, and that wasn't good for anybody because we're all in it together, and I love my crew so much. I never want to do that to them. Because they work long, hard hours, and they need me to be a good morale officer, So, and we had a lot of young, inexperienced actresses too, and if they see me acting badly, they think that's okay, and it's just not special. So, I pray. Did Renee really cut her hair? You promise not to tell anybody? Renee did not cut her hair. I did. I'm so sorry. You were so happy that she hadn't cut her hair, but she looks beautiful. I did a really good job. Shut up. It was either her or me. But she looks beautiful. I hope you're not, please don't be disappointed. And Renee's so happy. She's so happy. She's a great Texan gal, but that hair had to go.
What advice would you give your daughter if she wanted to be an actress?
Ooh, that's a good one. Hell. I've said it before, it has to be your first, second, third, fourth, it has to be down to your 9th priority. if you are battling between two, it's either acting or being a lawyer, go be the lawyer. Because you can't deal with rejection unless you've got that much passion, unless you believe in what you're doing. I know for me, I actually know that there's nothing else I'm really very good at. So it's made quite easy for me. Oh, I have many skills, I know, but nobody's going to pay me to be a model, you know. Which is the best skill there is.
Sing beautifully.
Oh, thanks.
Hi, Lucy. Can you tell us about Donald Trump and slippers?
Has anybody not heard the story? 3 of you, all right. Sure, I'll tell. I went on Conan and he asked me, he said, you travel around the world a lot and you know, you stay in a lot of places. Have you ever pinched anything? Pinched meaning steal. It means steal where I came from. When I told the story, I used the word pinch, and Regis said, "You pinched his what?" You're a very bad man. But to pinch means to steal something, to lift something, where I come from anyway. Ever stolen anything? And I said, yes, well, I've never pinched towels or anything, but when I was staying at the Trump International, you know, they give you these slippers every day. And I get they just throw them out and put a fresh pair there. Well, I'm from a country where you just don't waste, you know, so I would collect them up and I really like taking them home because you can't buy them there, believe it or not. Just those white ones, they're very good quality, very good at the Trump. So I would collect them up, and by the time I left, after Greece, I must have had 30 or more pairs of them. Longer than that, how long was I there, 10 weeks? Yeah, 70. And I had them all in my suitcase. And the limo comes to pick me up. The guy throws it in there, and it's like one of those fishing nets on a ship. The suitcase, I saw it all in slow motion, the suitcase burst open. And all these stolen slippers came spewing out. So I'm saying this hoity-toity, I'm driving a limo, I'm stealing slippers. So I told the story on Conan. A week later I go on Regis and Kathy Lee, and they say, oh, tell us that little slipper story. So I did. And I said, we've got a little surprise for you. I turn around, and Donald Trump is walking out with an 8-year supply. So I took them all home and I dished them out to the, my friends, and they're very grateful. So that's that story. What are you telling me? It's time?
Talk to Anne. Talk to Anne.
Is that what you're saying? It's time to go? No, I'm not leaving. No. That's fun. I will do my war cry for you, honey bun. Which one? A bit better, not so greedy. Renee and I have been together so long with some of the other regular characters that we're really, really family and take every opportunity to make one another's lives miserable. So we were filming Tsunami, which was incredibly difficult because again we were freezing, we were being dripped on, we're standing in rain, every day it gets a bit deeper, and it was heated, it's sort of lukewarm, but when it drips through the ceiling, it's all, diffused, and it's freezing. So we were just trying to hold it together, and we had a bet on that the first person to crack between Bruce and Renee and I would have to pay the other two $5,000. So nobody was allowed to crack or complain or do anything. So Renee, the thing she found was that the cabbages were in a submerged hull of a ship, and there's these cabbages. Well, by day 5 in the water, they're so stinky, they're so rank, and Bruce and I, during all her takes, are floating cabbages through her shot. It's great. It's great. Just we get each other good. Who won? Nobody cracked though. I was a bit borderline actually. I probably should have been stoned for 5,000. But no, nobody cracked. We held it together pretty well.
A fire engine. You want a fire engine.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, the fire. We had a rap party and it was a disco party and I went out wearing, some of you will remember the red trousers that I wore on my very first Letterman performance. I had these red trousers, high red shoes and a little top. Yeah, it's my favourite trowel. And a big afro and I was sassy and I got my, big old lips painted on and in my car with the windows up and music. And I go up Wellesley Street in Auckland, and I'm at the top, Wellesley and Simon Street, and there's a van next to me at the lights. The light turns green, and I'm about to turn right to go up to the party. And I pull out, but the van stays, revealing a fire truck steaming down towards me. If I had been a second later, I would be extremely hurt, if not dead, and I was just, I went to that party just going, oh my God, it's just not my day to die, but it's really precious. So, be careful.
You heard that you speak some foreign languages. How's that all going still? Keeping up with it?
Very badly. I really haven't spoken them much in many years, though I did sign up for another German course, and on my free time I'm going to do a degree by correspondence, or at least finish off the degree that I dropped out of all those years ago in Germany.
My German is also extraordinarily bad. Did you try something in German? Or French? Or Italian?
In German. Don't make me angry. I'm sure they done me much better. As I said, I'm a little bit rusty, but lass mich nicht wütend. Sie würden mich nicht erfreuen. No, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
And how about in French?
Ne me fâchez pas.
And how about as me?
Don't go make me angry. I could do a whole show in Meg. I watched Meg this morning, or Rob always watches the shows, and I saw Meg. I never think that's me. I never think that's me. That's my favourite character ever. So, you can ask me anything in Meg. Sorry? Was that?
If Xena went to a mall, what would she shop for?
Spandex. Anything in spandex. A moo-moo. She just wants to get out of them corsets. A pair of thongs for your feet. Not like twin thongs for a good friend.
Didn't you once say tampons?
And it's children. Like tampons is a rude word.
You're always talking about your library and your readings. What are you reading right now?
Yes, you do. Oh, well, you boys, little Sharon asked me, we exchange, what are you reading at the moment? And I'm reading at the moment a very, I always have at least 2 books, so if I don't like it, I can just chuck it, one of them. I am reading The 7 Lives of Lady Barker, and that is, it's written by somebody, Gildendale. And it's about an amazing woman who happened to live in New Zealand one period. It would be like our grandparents. And just this extraordinary journey she had. She went through England and had to leave her children to go to India and follow her colonial husband there who was in the army. And just the death, the joy, an amazing pioneer woman. So I'm reading about her and a Chaim Potok book, the sequel to The Chosen, The Promise. So I'm trying to get caught up on all those things you're supposed to read in high school. Don't you do that? I've never read Treasure Island.
I'd like to know who you, Lucy, think that Xena's favorite villain is.
You think? Who I think that Xena's favorite villain would be? Wow, that's a good question. I think she likes them all just fine. Alti's very problematic at the moment. She's a bit of a, a bit of a pain for Xena. Perhaps Xena likes the challenge. But Callisto, you just can't keep her down. You keep burying her under rocks and it keeps not working. Try something else. How about myself? I love them all. They're my family, and for better or for worse, we've all come to love and accept one another for what we are. So I think it's time for me to go now, but I want to say to you guys, there's so many of you, it is right? Yeah, so many of you were really at the grassroots of our support, and there would have been a lot of the old girls and guys that couldn't make it. But I thank you so much. We may never pass this way again, so I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thanks for making this show. Thanks for making this show what it is.